I'm Grete from Scandinavian today. In the Scandinavian countries, we really enjoy eating individual cinnamon rolls. But today I decided to make a giant cinnamon roll in my form here. So it's easy to make, and let's get started. For my cinnamon roll, I'm going to use the following. 2 cups of warm milk, half a cup of melted butter, half a cup of sugar. I have 1 package of active dry yeast, and here I have about 4 cups of flour. So those are the ingredients I'll mix first of all. So here I pour in the milk, which of course is lukewarm. I'm going to add the melted butter, okay, as well as the sugar. And the next step is to add the active dry yeast. And here it comes. And I just mix it up thoroughly. And then I'll start adding the flour. The 4 cups of flour. And I add little by little and keep stirring. Okay, it's all in there. And this mixture, I'm going to make sure it's all mixed up thoroughly, and then I'm going to let it rest for up to an hour, okay, before I continue. It's just about finished. And now I'm going to cover it up with a towel. And actually I have to tell you, my aunt, she likes to weave, and she actually was weaving this towel for me. So I really appreciate it. And it makes me think of her whenever I use it. While the bread dough is rising, I am going to mix the filling, and I'm going to use 3/4 cup of butter. I have about 3/4 cup of brown sugar, 2 tablespoons of cinnamon, and then I also have 1 teaspoon of cardamom. If you don't care for cardamom, don't add it, but I happen to like cardamom a lot. So I'm going to mix all this together. Here comes the cardamom, cinnamon, and I mix it up, and then I'm adding the soft butter, okay? The dough has rested for about an hour, and I'm now going to add the following to the dough. And I have 3/4 cups of flour, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, as well as 2 teaspoons of salt, and I mix it all up, and I'm adding it to the bread dough. I'm going to also put it on the countertop, and I'm now kneading the bread dough for a couple of minutes. That should be sufficient before I roll it out, and then add the filling. And I roll it out. And I now add the cinnamon sugar mixture here. Spread it all over the bread dough. So first I cut it in the center 1 time, and then I cut the whole piece in 4 pieces, okay? And then I roll the first piece up. I add it onto the second piece that I cut, and keep doing this till I'm all finished. I'm going to place the bread dough in my pan here. I already buttered, and then I'm going to flour the pan as well. And I'm going to cover it with a towel for about half an hour before I put it in the oven. So the bread has risen. I'm now putting it in the oven, and I have the oven set at 350. And I baked it for about an hour, and I just took it out of the oven. I'm going to let it cool down a little bit before I add the frosting. And of course I'm also going to put glaze on my cinnamon bread, and here I have 2 cups of powdered sugar, approximately half a cup of milk, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and I'm going to mix it up and add it to the cake. So here we have powdered sugar, and I'm now adding the milk and mix it up, and I'm adding the vanilla extract as well. Or if you find that this is a little too thin, you just add a little bit more powdered sugar, and that'll make it perfect. So I now add the glaze to the cinnamon roll cake, and I should mention that I actually ended up using 2.5 cups of powdered sugar, and I also let it rub down the sides, and this looks delicious, and we're now ready to eat it. So this was pretty easy, and I now am cutting a slice for myself. I love to eat this with coffee. And of course, if you want to, you can always add a little bit butter, but I don't think it's completely necessary to do that. So here we take a bite. So good. Excellent. Thank you for watching. Take care. See you another day. It's good. So I'm sure some of you saw my dog Harry in some of the videos, and he likes to taste some of the food. Here's my cat Lucky, and I found her downtown at 5 o'clock in heavy traffic. She crossed the street and came up to me when she was about 6 weeks old. Now she's 16 years old, but she's a great cat, very cuddly cat. If this is your first time here, please subscribe to our channel, because every week we publish traditional as well as modern Scandinavian recipes, and this will help you to celebrate special events as well as memories with family and friends. And we really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Hope to see you another day. Take care. Skål. Okay, stop, Harry.